Hello and welcome to the garage, where we're at the start of a new project, which is this table, wooden table, which I'm told is oak. I don't know, I'm not an expert on wood at all, but it is solid wood because the grain all matches up from the top round to the sides, so it's not laminated or anything. It folds up in a rather unusual way in that two legs spin around and then it folds up as such. Now it's only held together by seven hinges, and we'll take a look at those now. Okay, well, up under the table there's this cross piece which is held in by 1, 2, 3 hinges, and the legs are attached to the cross piece by 2 hinges there. I hope you can see, there's one there and then there's one there. Right, so the first thing I'm going to try and do is to take the legs off. Now they're attached by these 2 hinges, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws, so I only need to undo the 4 that are attached to the centre bit. So let's see if they'll come out. They probably haven't come out in a long time. Oh, so many. Right, so that isn't going to work. I'll try something else. Wow, they're in there hard, aren't they? Okay. Not sure what I'm going to do there. Well, with quite a bit of force I've managed to undo these top 2 screws. There's one and there's the other. These bottom 2, let's see. There we are, there's one. This might be a bit more awkward. No angle. There we are. Wow, they're in there tight. And there we are. And there we are. And that leg's off. First time that's bit seen the light of day in many a long year, I would say. Well, excellent, that's a good start. Whew. Wow. Well, this last one has proved to be really quite tight, so I think I've just got it moving. Wow! What is that? Wow, wait. Well, this last screw has took a lot of effort. It's completely graunched at the top of the screw. And it's eventually coming out, but that was outrageously hard to come out of there. Wow, can you see this? Can you see how that's all graunched up? Wow, that was hard. You can see the state of the hinge as well. Wow, that was hard work. Okay, on to the next one. You can see the state of the hinge as well. Wow, that was hard work. Okay, on to the next one. Well, these are proving to be equally as awkward. That screw there is really difficult. These others along here are coming out. And I'm trying to take this section off first, because then I'll be able to exert some pressure going downwards onto these screws, which are rather awkward. So I'm trying to do this first, and then these 6 screws later. So these should come out okay. Hopefully, if I can do that. Let's try this other screwdriver. I've got every screwdriver I own at the moment out to try and undo these. Huh. Okay, so that leaves just that screw there holding this section on. So let's try this. Oh wow, that's tight. Right. Hello and welcome back to the garage, where we're on the next stage of the table, and we've taken it apart. I've eventually got the last screw out by drilling it out. I'm now sanding the various bits of wood, And I'm on the second of the legs. This is this one here. There we are. And you can see that dark finish there. Well, I got my trusty old Black & Decker workmate, which has seen better days really, and I'm using that to sand down or sand off this dark finish. There we are. And I'm using, to sand it down, I've got this old sander. I bought some new sanding sheets for it, but they're slightly bigger and they sort of overlap the outside, so, but I'm not worried about that. And so I'm sanding it down, so let's get on with it. These sections down the edge of the wood are very hard, so it's taking a lot of effort to get that off, and some of it I've got to finish off with a file. This part of the leg has got this hole going through it, so I obviously can't get the sander onto that, so I'm using this half round file to get in here. Okay, so we're now onto this flat surface here, which is the inside of the leg. Back on with the electric sander. Now, to see what the difference is, we've got this surface here which hasn't been sanded yet, and this is the other leg. If I bring that up and offer them together, you can see the difference there. I hope you can see that. The sanded surface is far more attractive than this old varnish finish which has gone off. So I'm going to finish them all off like this, including the top of the table, and then we'll talk about putting some finishing oil on the top of this wood. Hiya, welcome back to the garage. This is the main top of the table, and this is the bottom side of the main top of the table. So I've got to sand this and finish the bottom, and that's the rough sanding done. So let's get on. Well, this is the top surface of the table, so I need this to be the best finish of all the parts that I've done. So I'm continuing to rough sand it, and then I'll do some finer sanding afterwards. This is a grade 40 I think it is, so it's quite sticky. And then we've got lots of other ones that we can do which are finer grade. But let's get on with this, and no time like the present. And there we have the completion of the rough sanding. That's the top surface of the table. So if we just go in and have a closer look at that, you can see all that old varnish has come off, and it leaves this very pleasant natural finish that will need a bit more sanding, and then we'll be on with some finish to finish the job off. And this is now 240 grit. This is the top surface of the table, and that is looking really lovely. I hope you get the benefit of that on the video. It really does look very nice indeed. Danish oil, natural low luster finish for all types of wood. So this is what's going to go on the wood for the table. Okay, so I'm opening up the can, but I'm actually going to tip it into this little plastic container. So let's see if I can do that without spilling any. Okay, put that over there. I'm wearing some a plastic glove, and this is the wood. So, and I've got a lint-free cloth, which hopefully won't leave any strands of material behind. So let's have a go. Let's see what I'm going to do. Okay, well, this is going on nice and easily, very easily in fact. And the idea is that you put this on and then you leave it for 10 minutes or so, and then you wipe off any excess. So, in the direction of the grain, it's got to be. So, and actually that immediately looks really rather good. It soaks up the Danish oil very easily. And there we can see that finish there. Looks nice and good. Let's go on to the next part, which is this is one of the legs. So let's do this one now. Again, this is going on nice and easy. It's not thick and gloopy. Being careful not to knock this little container that I've got the oil in. That looks very nice. Let's turn that around so I can do the other end. Now I can do this part at the top, which has got the grain going the other way. There we are, that's really nice and easy to do. Let me put that down over here. Let me try and turn it around the other way. There we are. And I can put that down and just stand that there. And leg number 2 is here. So more oil. Still got the top of the table to do. I haven't touched that yet. Oops. There. That's really quite nice. First time I've ever done any oiling like this on furniture. So let's just do this bottom bit down here. I have used true oil before, but not this Danish oil. And there we are. will do now is leave that and then wipe off the excess, and then when I've got a bit of space I will do the top of the table. Thank you. Okay, so this is the main top of the table. This is the underside of it first. So let's try this. Hope you can see that, it's actually looking rather good. Let's come over to this side. And there we are. So that's the first coating of Danish oil on the four parts of the table. Like I say, I'll leave that for a few minutes, then wipe off any excess. Then I should be leaving that to dry for however long it says on the can, which is about recoating time 4 to 8 hours. So I'll probably do another coat later on today. Hello and welcome to the cellar today, where the table, I finished doing the table with the oil and now I'm going to assemble it back together. I've got the main table, 2 legs at the back there, and I've got this cross piece to go there. So okay, so I'm going to fit the hinges to the cross piece first, because then I think it'd be easier to then fit that to the table. Let's use a different screw to that one. Let's try that one. Okay, so now I'm screwing the centre cross piece to the bottom of the table. So let's see if I can get these screws in. That was easy. Let's try over here. Okay, so that's the cross piece fitted to the bottom of the table. That screw there I cannot get in because I have to drill it out, and I think there's possibly a part of the old screw left in there, so we'll worry about that later. Now I've got to fit the hinges to the side of the legs. Okay, so let's get the leg. And that fits like that. Let's try and get these screws in there. Okay, the second leg goes on here. Okay. And here we have the finished table, leant up against the wall. And let's see that it folds out okay. So if I pick that up, turn that around. And there we are. One finished table. Looking actually not bad. Okay, that's the finished table. I think it's great. Thanks for watching.